What's up, everybody? It's Batman back again. Tell a friend. Oh yeah, that's right. When I say tell a friend, like old Shady, back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. Look, man, I'm trying to help us. I'm trying to help you to help me. And what I need you all to do, man, each one of y'all drivers, truck drivers that's listening to this video, call 10 of your friends. I know you got 10 friends that you talk throughout the day in trucking. Call 10 of your friends and tell them to call 10 of their friends. And tell them to tune in and subscribe to our channel, man, because the whole idea, man, since there is not a unified, there's no regulation that's going to help us in trucking, okay? There's no regulation that's going to help us in trucking, so they need to have a unified voice. And in all my 20 years of doing this, man, there's no organization that's going to actually have us come together. So we definitely need to have a unified thought process. I'm not trying to be a unified voice, but case in point, the other day, Friday, I'm in the break room talking to drivers about the cost of them pulling these cheap loads with these brokers. And two of my other drivers was there. Yeah, two of my other drivers was there. And I'm in there as well. Of course, the other guys didn't know that those were my drivers because we were there picking up for one of my direct shippers. We had multiple loads coming out that day. And we were bantering back and forth, and this one guy right here, not these brothers right here, this guy right here, he wanted to brag and stuff about the fact that he has 3 trucks. I guess he's trying to measure up. But you having 3 trucks and you're not running your trucks, that means you don't know anything about the trucking business. You just bust your ass to buy 2 other trucks, but somebody's running it. Somebody's running the trucks for you. You don't know shit about the rates and understand whatever. You just getting a subsidiary, a little subsidized check or whatever at the end of the week or whatever from your truck. But they're making money off of your truck, so you can't be too savvy about it. Nonetheless and stuff, once I got through talking and stuff, I told one of my drivers and stuff, I said, I bet you when I leave the break room, one of them is going to discredit what I'm saying, but yet it was making sense to all the other drivers in there. Everybody was. But as soon as I left out, he said behind my back, oh, that guy don't know what the hell he's talking about. So, through my driver's surprise and to my confirmation that's exactly what was going to happen, boom, my driver called me. He called me and said, hey, boss, you called it dead on the head. As soon as you left, that dude talking about, I didn't know what I'm talking about. But that's the stupidity that exists, even since I've been out on the road, ever since way back when or whatever. A driver hate for another driver to know more than him, but he feel that we all went to the same school together, and that's not the case. So anyway, he's one of them guys I had that's discrediting what I'm telling him. Like I told him, hey, this was just one quick thing. I said, so my truck does not move. I live in Atlanta, so of course they're trying to run short load. It doesn't matter what city and state you're in. You should not move your truck for anything less than $400 within a radius of 100 miles. Again, so, I think we was talking about the rhetoric of this, the stupidity of $2 per mile. $2 per mile came out when, like I said in my other video, BJ and the Bear. BJ and the Bear was this white boy back in the day driving a semi with a monkey and stuff. That's when diesel was 50 cents a gallon. That's when $2 a mile might have made sense, but how could $2 a mile make sense for you and me when our operating expenses is different? You don't know what my operating expenses are. You don't know what my fuel mileage is, what my phone bill is, what I pay my drivers and stuff. Again, no load should pay, dry van freight should not pay below at least 4.25 per mile. Back in the day, like some of these brokers, they know what you guys are comfortable hearing, so they're gonna do the math. And I simply told them, how does $2 a mile make sense? Say, for example, we're going to Birmingham. It's 174 miles. So at $2 a mile, if you do your calculation, then what? What, I should go to Birmingham, Alabama at 174 miles at what? What, 340? Right? There's no way. That's stupid as hell. So how does $2 a mile make sense? So you tell me when $2 a mile makes sense and when it doesn't make sense. You guys are so comfortable getting screwed by these brokers. You guys are taking a cheap freight and you're taking the $2 a mile bullshit because you're comfortable doing it, and they know that you're comfortable doing it, so they know what your level of comfortability is. You guys need to push back. That's the problem here. I'm losing money because you guys are setting the wrong precedence as well. We all need to be on that level play, that same thought process. Stop moving cheap freight, bro. When your trucks break down, can't afford to fix it. But $2 a mile. Let me tell you something. At $2, case in point, the other day, I'm shredding some of my old rate confirmations, and I had some boxes in my storage. And one of my old rate confirmations pulled out, dropped out the box, and I picked it up, and I looked at it. It says I was doing a load from Atlanta to Chattanooga. Atlanta to Chattanooga 15 years ago, right? This rate confirmation was dated 2010. Guess what a broker paid me back then? 15 years ago, 2010, a broker paid me $500 to go from Atlanta to Chattanooga. This is 2010. We're pretty much in 225 right now, so we could say 15 years ago. 2025, guess what brokers are willing to pay you to go from Atlanta to Chattanooga? Same $500, dog. How could nothing have changed? Everything have changed. Insurance, fuel, everything have changed over the past 15 years. But you telling me that the rate of hauling the freight have not changed. Your insurance done went up, your fuel price went up, everything has went up. And they talk about inflation, so obviously the cost of everything, right? But the transportation cost, which is also a vital part, that hasn't changed. So again, it's because people are coming into the trucking business. You don't know, like I know, and other carriers who've been in this business as long as I have, they could have a reference to say, man, this was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, everything has changed except the rate of hauling the freight. Most of y'all that's coming in, dispatchers as well, some of y'all might not have a reference to go back to. Okay? Truck owners, make sure your dispatchers are not running this cheap freight. We're not encouraging the bullshit. Somebody have to speak up, man. And if you guys have other input, by all means, just put it in the comments and stuff. But at the end of the day, man, we all need to be on the same thought process. We all need to be on the same thought process. We cannot start setting the wrong precedents, because 15 years from now, this is going to be 30 years from now. Are you telling me that the rate from Atlanta to go to Chattanooga is still going to be the same? We have to come together to make have a unified thought process, man. Today I'm trying to book some loads in my trucks, and I have load out in Birmingham and whatnot. And again, man, we have to stop running this cheap freight, bro. It's hurting me and it's hurting you. I'm trying to help you so you could help me. I'm trying to help you. We all need to be helping each other right here. So at the end of the day, stop running cheap freight, man, and stop discrediting somebody because this one person had the balls enough to stand up and say something. Okay? Just because you don't know what the hell's going on, that don't mean that this other carrier giving you some insight, you should appreciate it. Stop discrediting someone and look at the big picture. The big picture is us, not me and not you. I'm not telling you I'm better than you. And I hope you're not telling me that you're not better than me, because we all out here and we all are being affected by this cheap freight, these low rates that these brokers are dispersing to us. We can't tell them what they cost, what their expense cost is, but you want them, they think that they could tell us. So grab your balls, man. Okay?